Welcome back in, guys. TV Sports 27 to this special in-game audio-only edition of the RXFL because I am under the weather and my voice would not be able to go for a full 2 hours like we're going to play here. I can play just fine, but trying to talk, it's not going to happen. So first half should be up here on YouTube. I encourage you guys to check it out. Normally, this is a Patreon exclusive, the Sunday Night Football edition of the RXFL, but since we're feeling under the weather and since we're doing in-game audio only, we decided to release it here for you guys for free on YouTube, and a little opportunity for you guys to see what you can potentially check out at patreon.com/tvsports27. Thanks for checking us out. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. We'll check in periodically as this game goes on here, but for now, I'm going to turn it over to Charles, Doug, and the coach, and let them take you the rest of the way here on Sunday.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Back to throw. Ball. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Coming to you.
Second and 9 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They run a draw here on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They run the counter. It's Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now he's flushed out left. He'll try touchdown, Dallas Cowboys. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Good drive from the Dallas Desperados right there. Unfortunately for them, they're going to lose Chuck Muncie, who's kind of been, you know, the heart and soul of this offense. I mean, you got Brett Favre, of course, who just took it in on his own, but now they're going to have to lean on Mark Ingram for the rest of the game. Desperados, though, they are right back into this one, down by just 7. We're going to see how Slingin' Sammy and his high completion percentage does here in the second half.
The man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Looking to throw. Ball. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down
on the same team, guys.
Talk to me about.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset them 1st and 10.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
57, Mike, 57.
Off the play fake. Ball rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Check, 59, 59.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
10-2, sir. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one complete to Reed. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
15 line.
Check pass, check pass.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. He gets this one to Garcon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Oh, yeah!
A 22-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line right around the 36.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good work, boys.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return.
Well, that is a very bad time for Sammy to throw his first interception of the game. Feeling like he had an open receiver back there. And it just gets stolen away. I mean, again, one-on-one. And he's got an open man who just kind of loses sight of where the ball is, allowing the easy interception. We'll see what Favre can do. Dallas's game to win here. Time ticking down in the fourth.
They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Back to throw. He completes it to Henry. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
90 Wolf. 57 to Mike. All day.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On first down, Walker. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. 2nd and 5. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit. Ready, set.
Getting down to the good
All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left.
2 minutes remaining.
And, you know, Dallas was obviously thinking about it on that last possession, whether they were going to go for it at midfield or punt it away and play defense. Well, they elected to punt it away, and it's not looking good right now because Mexico City's getting closer and closer into field goal range here. You know, benefit of hindsight, of course, but perhaps Dallas should have gone for it. But darned if you do, because then you're stuffed way back, right?
In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The 8th play of the
Tick
drive
this.
coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Switch up, switch up.
Again, it's Fournette.
And that may have just won Mexico City the game, folks.
For the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
They run the counter. It's Walker. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walker. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll run on first down. Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
All right, Madden freaked out there, not thinking we should kick a field goal in this situation. Well, guys, there you go. Dallas deciding not to go for it on 4th and short from midfield. And it was a good punt, but this is your game winner for the Golden Eagles of Mexico City. Picture perfect. Good. And with that, Mexico City is a 2nd away from being tied up with the Chicago Wolverines for first place in the North. Here we go. We had a good kick return earlier, and that is going to do it, folks. Decision that we debated all week. Dallas doesn't go for it. Mexico City goes down the field, gets the game winner. And that is going to do it. But we got Monday Night Football coming your way next, guys. The Atlanta Dirty Birds and the Oklahoma City Lancers. Two teams fighting for their playoff lives. That is coming your way next here in the RXFL.
So for our visitors, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcaster.